Hunger creates kings. Men aren't broken by weakness. They're broken by comfort. History doesn't remember the comfortable man. It remembers the hungry man, the one who burned for something greater than food, greater than sex, greater than applause. The crown was never placed on soft heads. It was seized by men who starved until their hunger made them unrecognizable. The nature of hunger. Hunger is not just about food. Hunger is the fire beneath your ribs. Hunger is the shadow in your chest whispering, "You are not enough, yet." Hunger is the reason you can't sleep while others rest. Hunger is the ache that turns ordinary men into conquerors. Without hunger, you settle. Without hunger, you decay. Without hunger, you're just another man scrolling through life, wasting his breath, waiting for death. But with hunger, you are dangerous. You are inevitable. You are the storm they cannot stop. Comfort is the death of men. Look around. Most men are fat, numb, addicted, and weak. They've been pacified by cheap pleasure. They feed their bellies, but starve their souls. They've confused comfort for success. But kings aren't made in soft beds. Kings are made in fire. Kings are made in war. Kings are made in hunger. Comfort is slavery disguised as freedom. Comfort is the invisible chain. Comfort is the silent killer of destiny. The man who eats until he's full will never lead. The man who avoids pain will never rule. Because when hunger knocks at his door, he will bow, not fight. Hunger as a weapon. The king is not the one who had the most. The king is the one who endured the least. Hunger is your sharpening stone. Hunger is your battlefield. Hunger forces you to break limits, to test yourself, to bleed, to tear down the old you, and build the weapon the world fears. Every rep in the gym when you're exhausted? Hunger. Every late night building your dream while others sleep? Hunger. Every morning you wake up before the sun? Hunger. Every time you say no to weakness? Hunger. Discipline is hunger's body. Greatness is hunger's offspring. And legacy is hunger's crown. The crown is not given, it is taken. Kings are not appointed. They rise. They rise from the gutter. They rise from betrayal. They rise from silence. Because their hunger made them unstoppable. Because they refused to die nameless. Because they chose to pay the price no one else would. Do you want to know why you feel empty? It's because you're still full of excuses. And excuses are poison to hunger. The day you get sick of your own weakness. The day you get tired of watching others eat while you starve. That's the day you flip the script. That's the day your crown begins to form. Suffering is sacred. Men run from suffering. But kings embrace it. They welcome the hunger. Because hunger carves out weakness and replaces it with power. Do you think David became king because he was comfortable? No. He was a shepherd, forgotten, alone, starving for recognition. Do you think Alexander conquered because he was fed? No. He marched his men through deserts, bleeding, hungry, relentless. Do you think warriors of old bled for glory because life was easy? No. They were starved by hardship, and only that hunger built empires. Every scar is proof of hunger. Every tear is fuel for hunger. Every loss is a meal for hunger. The men who suffer and endure become kings. The men who escape pain remain peasants. Hunger creates fearless men. What can you take from the man who's already starving? What threat can you give him? What fear can you use against him? The hungry man is untouchable. He knows pain. He knows loss. He knows the taste of nothingness. And because of that, he is fearless. He doesn't fight for trophies. He doesn't fight for applause. He fights for survival, and survival makes him lethal. This is why hunger creates kings. Because kings are not motivated by comfort. They are motivated by the void inside them that screams for more. Your hunger versus your comfort. Right now, inside you, there are two wolves. One is hunger. One is comfort. Comfort tells you, sleep in. Eat more. Take it easy. Hunger tells you, rise, fight, sacrifice. Which wolf will you feed? Feed comfort, and you rot. Feed hunger, and you rise. Your entire destiny hangs on that choice. The test of hunger. Let me ask you, can you keep going when no one is watching? Can you stay disciplined when your stomach growls for comfort? Can you delay pleasure long enough to build a kingdom? Can you starve your ego while feeding your purpose? These are the tests of kings. Not your words. Not your dreams. Not your posts. Your hunger. Legacy is forged in hunger. One day you will die. Your words will vanish. Your pleasures will rot. Your comfort will be forgotten. But your hunger? If you let it burn long enough, if you let it consume you, if you let it forge you into something eternal, that hunger will echo in your name. They will say, he bled, he starved, he suffered, but he refused to bow. And that's why he wore the crown. Legacy is not given to the satisfied. Legacy belongs to the hungry. Final words. You think you want success. You think you want power. You think you want respect. But what you really need is hunger. Hunger for freedom. Hunger for discipline. Hunger for war against your own weakness. Hunger that doesn't let you sleep. Hunger that makes pain your closest ally. Hunger that builds a man they cannot ignore. Because kings are not born. Kings are not lucky. Kings are not chosen. Kings are created. Created by fire. Created by scars. Created by hunger. So the question is simple. Are you still feeding your comfort? Or will you starve until your hunger makes you king?